Avanti Morocha. Today I'm going to show you how to make wall banners and to customize them using Iron On. I'm going to use my Cricut Maker, but you could also use Cricut Explore or Cricut Joy. You will also need a Cricut Easy Press. Now let's begin. For this project I'm going to use 100% cotton canvas. Keep in mind cotton is the best material to use with Iron On, also known as heat transfer vinyl. I will use this 8x10 template, which you can find on my blog avantimorocha.com. Fold the fabric in half. Place the template and trace it. Add a 1/4 inch of seam allowance. Cut the fabric in the exterior line. For this project I'm also going to use a wood dowel to hold the banner. Sew the banner, leaving an opening for the pocket of 2 inches in one side and 1 inch in the other. I sew the banner. Now I'm going to cut some slips which will help me fold. Turn the banner inside out. Press the edges. Repeat the same step with the other banner. I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch away from the edges, leaving the pockets opening. You can use a wood dowel or a stick from your garden to hold the banner. I'm going to pass it through the opening to see where I need to cut it and where I'm going to sew the pocket. I'm going to cut the dowel here and I'm going to sew this area. Here I have the pocket for the dowel. Here is the stitch I sew around the banner. It made it look polished. Sewing the banner will take you extra time, but I think it's worth it. If you prefer, you can use stitch witchery or hot glue to make your banner. For this project, I'll be using Cricut Everyday Iron On. If you are subscribed to Cricut Access, you can use Cricut Access images and fonts. All these designs are part of Cricut Access. You can also make your own design using text. If you want to look for more phrases, go to Images, go to Filters and select Phrases. As you can see, there are many images to choose from. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to share the link to this project on my blog avantimorocha.com. To be able to use it, you need to be subscribed to Cricut Access. Modify the design based on the banner size you are using. I'm going to hide the banner layer. Now click on Make It. Move the design slightly to the right. I just want extra room in this area. When you're using Iron On, you need to mirror the image. Activate the mirror button. Continue. I'm using Cricut Maker, but you could also use Cricut Explore or Cricut Joy. Select the material. I'm using Cricut Everyday Iron On. Load the fine point blade and the mat. When you are using Iron On, place the glossy side facing down. Load the mat and start the job. I fast forwarded this part of the video. The process of cutting this image took 2 minutes. I put together this design using text. I use a Cricut Access font. I will share the link to this project on my blog avantimorocha.com. If you follow me on Cricut, it will be available as one of my shared projects. Remember, to use these projects, you need to be subscribed to Cricut Access. You could also upload your own design. Hide the layer banner. Click on Make It. Move it slightly to the right. Since I'm using iron on, I'm going to mirror the image. Activate the mirror button. Continue. Select the material. I'm using Cricut Everyday Iron On. Load the fine point blade and the mat. I fast forwarded this part of the video. The process of cutting this image took 1 minute. Now I'll start weeding the material. As you can see, I'm in the Easy Press guide site. I selected the Cricut Easy Press 2. The material is Everyday Iron On and the base material is cotton canvas. And I will be using the Cricut Easy Press mat. The settings are the following: preheat for 5 seconds, temperature is 340 degrees Fahrenheit, time is 30 seconds, light pressure, flip and press for 15 seconds, and cool peel. I'm going to preheat my Easy Press to 340 degrees Fahrenheit. While it reaches the desired temperature, I will remove any wrinkles. Now that my Easy Press reaches the correct temperature, I will press the design. I recommend folding it in half. This will help you center the design. I will cover it with a piece of parchment paper. Press it for 30 seconds. Because the design is bigger than my Easy Press, I will press it in 2 sections. Flip it and press it for another 15 seconds. Leave the design to cool down completely for at least 1 to 2 minutes. When it's cool, remove the backing. Now I'm going to repeat the same steps as the previous banner. Place the dowel inside the pocket. Finally, tie a string to it. As you can see, the banners look fantastic. I hope you like this project, and if you make it, don't forget to share a picture on my Facebook page or tag me on Instagram. I love to see it. If you are interested in a Cricut or an Easy Press, I'm going to share the links where you can buy them in the info box below the video. If you are new to my channel and you like what you see, hit the subscription button, tap the notification bell so you get informed every time I release a new video. Don't forget to visit my blog, follow me on my social media, like this video and share it with your loved ones. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.